ghost and the chase in the way. Got a name for spots where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's up too hot. And he wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. Bought them all on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey, hey yo, Nike check.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it?
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll fire it. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Devontae Freeman, 70 yards.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards on the ground. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Right back to Sanders on first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Jackson. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Ends on for the extra point.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
21-yard line.
Second and 14. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Into head, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6. First down, Eagles.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Second and 9 from the 44. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Eagles 6.
Second and 9. Wentz. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. And it's third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 30. Wentz on target to Reagor. First down, Eagles. So first and 10 now from the 30. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Keeper.
Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up third and manageable.
And every play of this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
He was taken down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
14.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
4 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Haskins. Flush to his right. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Haskins now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open and you're able to get it to them.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Returnable for Thomas. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They go play action with Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Thomas. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. On play action, Wentz. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's
brought down by Nate Gehring.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Freeman again. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
Haskins on 3rd down. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 21.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Eagles 22-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Haskins. Escape. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. Sanders. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Thomas Davis on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's where they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
16 yards, a first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Ain't no such. We taking wins. 54 Mike.
Haskins will throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, it's Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Focus, defense, focus.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
At the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Good. Makes this Washington 28. Eagles 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Philadelphia.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. For Deshaun Jackson, that's number 600, his 600th catch in his career.
Oh, boy, is he explosive. Always has been, always will be as a receiver. And it's not just running past people downfield. It's catching the short passes underneath, the bubble screens. Just get the ball in his hands, and a big play awaits.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wentz again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Nice, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you.